10 women's sports clothing brands ranked worst to best that actually perform. $90 leggings, rolling down before you finish your warm-up. $40 leggings, still in place at the end of a full Pilates class. Today, we are ranking 10 women's activewear brands from worst to best, based on what the fabric actually does, not what the label says it does. The global women's activewear market is worth $193 billion. That money is not buying you better fabric, it is buying you a better logo. Brand number 10, Chico's Zenergy line. You remember the first time you walked into this store. It felt like they finally made something for you. Not for a 22-year-old, for you, so you trusted them. Here's what the trust actually bought you. Their Zenergy activewear is built on proprietary synthetic blends. That word, proprietary, means they do not have to tell you exactly what is in the fabric. Specialists who test garment composition for a living call that a warning sign, not a selling point. When we look at the construction, we find thin fabric with overlocked seams. An overlocked seam is the fastest, cheapest way to finish an edge. You find it on $12 gym shorts at a discount retailer. You should not find it on a $95 legging marketed to women who work out seriously. The compression level is real, but it is not athletic compression. It is the kind of gentle squeeze that feels comfortable on the couch. The moment you go into a forward fold in yoga, the waistband folds with you. The moment you do a lunge, the fabric shifts. Specialists who assess performance textiles put it plainly. Comfort without structural integrity is not activewear. It is loungewear with a higher price tag. Cost per wear tells the real story. If these leggings lose their shape after 30 washes, and they do, you are paying roughly $3 per wear. A $40 pair that holds its shape for 80 wears cost you 50 cents per wear. The legging does not know which brand made it. The math does. What comes next makes this look almost reasonable. Brand number 9, Zara. Lower price point. Lower expectations, right? Not exactly. The problem with this brand is not the price. The problem is the marketing. Their activewear campaigns feature high-intensity movement, serious athletes, real sport. The reality inside the garment is standard fast fashion polyester blended with polyurethane. That construction works fine for about one season of actual workouts. After that, the fabric pills, the waistband loses elasticity, and the stitching begins to separate at high-stress points. The inner thigh, the waistband join, the crotch seam. Sizing is the other issue. Garment specialists and fit testers consistently flag this brand's sizing as running 1 to 1.5 sizes small across their activewear line. For women who already find it frustrating to shop for athletic fits that work for a 45-plus body, inconsistent sizing is not a minor inconvenience. It is a reason to return the item and never go back. $50 for a legging that survives one season of real use is not a bargain. It is $50 every 12 months, indefinitely. The legging does not care what the campaign looked like. It just knows it cannot hold a flat-lock seam. The next brand charges twice as much and delivers exactly the same result. Brand number 8, Anthropologie. This one stings a little because the pieces are genuinely beautiful. The colorways, the prints, the way they style a flat lay, it all looks premium. It feels premium in your hand in the dressing room, then you actually move in it. Their activewear is sold under several private label names depending on the season. That fragmentation makes it almost impossible to track quality consistency, which is, specialists argue, not accidental. When you cannot follow a product line, you cannot hold it accountable across seasons. We tested multiple pieces across 2 of their current movement lines and found the same profile. Standard polyester spandex blend, no compression technology, flat seams that are stitched rather than bonded or welded, and a waistband with a single layer of fabric and no internal grip strip. A single layer waistband with no grip strip on a $110 legging. That is the part that rolls. That is why your waistband is around your hips by the time you finish your second sun salutation. You are paying a premium for the aesthetic and the lifestyle association. The fabric does not know it is supposed to be elevated. It is performing exactly like fabric worth $18 per yard. And yet, at $148, it is not even the most overpriced item on this list. That honor belongs to something worse. Before we go further, if this kind of breakdown is useful to you, hit subscribe. We do this kind of deep dive every week. No guessing, no advertising, just the actual numbers. Brand number 7, Banana Republic. You grew up with this brand. The blazers were real. The wool trousers were real. The quality had a standard you could feel with your hands. That history is exactly what they are counting on when they price their activewear line at $79 to $128. They are borrowing credibility from a different era of their own brand. Their recent activewear collections have improved on the surface. Fabric weights are slightly higher than a few years ago. Stitching on some pieces shows better tension control. Specialists reviewing their 2026 line noted genuine incremental improvement in their non-performance basics. But here's the problem. The improvement is in the basics: the cotton blend polos, the travel trousers, the casual weekend layer. In the activewear specifically, the fiber composition still swings wildly between collections. One pair of leggings might use a legitimate 4-way stretch nylon spandex. The next style, same price, same rack, uses a polyester elastane blend with 30% less recovery. They look identical on the hanger. The only way to know which you are buying is to read the fiber tag. Every time, on every piece. That is not a premium experience. That is homework. The gap between what this brand used to be and what it currently delivers in activewear is something a lot of loyal customers feel but cannot name. You just know something shifted. It did. What comes next is a brand that almost gets it right, but only if you know exactly where to look. Brand number 6, Talbots, T by Talbots. There are actually 2 versions of this brand, the standard line and the performance line. They are not the same. Do not confuse them. The standard Talbots activewear, skip it. Basic construction, modest fiber spec, built for the look of sport rather than the act of sport. If you want something to wear to brunch that suggests you might later go to the gym, it works fine. It will not hold up to the gym. The T by Talbots performance line is a different story. Fabric weights are measurably heavier. We are looking at a GSM, grams per square meter, in the range that actually provides structure when you bend, stretch, and squat. GSM is simply how dense the fabric is. Low GSM goes sheer. High GSM holds its shape. Their performance line stays opaque. That alone puts it ahead of most things ranked below it today. The seam construction in the performance pieces uses a multi-stitch approach at high stress points: inner thigh, waistband join, which extends the wear life significantly. Specialists who test garment longevity rate multi-stitch construction as adding roughly 40% more wears before seam failure compared to single-stitch finishing. The limit here is impact level. This is polished, practical activewear built for low to medium intensity: Pilates, bar, a long walk, a yoga class. If you are running 5 miles or doing heavy lifting, the construction is not engineered for that. The fabric breathes adequately but does not actively wick moisture with any real speed. It is honest activewear for honest use cases. That is worth more than most brands on this list. What the next brand does is almost the opposite. It sells you natural fibers and then quietly swaps to synthetics the moment you move to the athletic aisle. Brand number 5, J. Crew. This brand has a real quality story, just not in activewear, when they stick to what they actually do well: merino wool sweaters, cotton Oxford shirts, classic denim. The construction holds up. The fibers are real. The stitching is dense. The cost per wear over 5 years is genuinely strong. That heritage is not marketing. It is measurable. The problem begins the moment they cross into athletic performance. The same brand that uses legitimate merino in a $148 sweater will put a basic polyester spandex blend into a $98 legging and price it on the same credibility curve. Specialists who audit brand consistency across categories call this a halo effect transfer. You trust the sweater, so you trust the legging. The legging does not know that. it is just a standard synthetic. The fiber tags do not lie. When we look at their current in-house active pieces, we find polyester content ranging from 78% to 92%. At those percentages, moisture wicking is limited, heat retention is high, and fabric recovery after repeated washing degrades faster than the brand's reputation would suggest. Their collaboration pieces with performance specialists tend to be better. When they bring in a partner who lives in athletic construction, the result shows. But those pieces are inconsistent, seasonal, and often limited in size range. The brand's own activewear line costs you $98 for a fabric profile worth roughly $25 in material cost. You're paying the remaining $73 for a name that earned your trust in a completely different category. The next brand is a very different kind of story. It has almost no marketing budget, and it might be the most underestimated item in your athletic wardrobe. Brand number 4, Uniqlo. Uniqlo Airism Active Line, approximately $20 to $50. No heritage, no lifestyle campaign, no ambassador in a mountain meadow wearing compression tights, just fabric technology with an honest price tag. Their Airism line uses a genuine proprietary microfiber construction. And when they say proprietary here, they mean patented, documented, and independently tested. The fiber cross-section is engineered to pull moisture away from the skin and release it faster than standard polyester. Specialists who run moisture wicking tests consistently rate it in the top tier for fabrics under $30 per yard. At the price points Uniqlo charges, that is a significant value gap. Construction is tight. Seams are flat and reinforced at stress points. Fabric weight is balanced, heavy enough for opacity, light enough for real movement. We tested the Airism legging in a 45-minute cycling class and a 60-minute yoga session. Zero rolling, zero sheerness, zero seam failure. The issue, and it is a real one for our audience, is sizing. This brand sizes consistently smaller than American heritage brands. Their size chart runs approximately one full size below standard US sizing. If you are between sizes in any brand, size up here. Always. That one sizing friction is enough to lose a lot of 45+ shoppers who have already done too much fighting with fitting rooms. It is a shame because the fabric technology is genuine. It just was not designed with the American body as its reference point. At $30 to $50, your cost per wear on a pair of Airism leggings, assuming 100 wears, which is achievable, is 30 cents to 50 cents. You will not find that number anywhere else on this list. What comes next is a brand so quiet, you probably walked past it for years without stopping. That was a mistake. Brand number 3, Land's End. This brand does not try to be cool. It never did. That is exactly why it works. Their active and sport knit line is built on fabric weights that specialists describe as genuinely dense. We are talking GSM values in the 280 to 320 range for their heavier leggings. To put that in context, most fast fashion activewear runs at 180 to 220 grams per square meter. At 280 to 320, you have a legging that does not shift, does not go sheer, does not lose its structure after 50 washes. The seam construction uses enclosed seams at all primary stress points. An enclosed seam means the raw edge of the fabric is fully covered. It cannot fray, it cannot split, and it does not irritate skin during movement. You feel that difference on mile 3 of a run. You feel it in the 40th squat of a strength class. Size range is one of the widest in this entire category, running from XS to 5X with consistent grading between sizes. That means a size 2X here actually fits like a size 2X is supposed to. Specialists in fit assessment for mature bodies consistently rate this brand as one of the most reliable for women over 40 who need garments that account for a body that has genuinely changed. Cost per wear here is exceptional. A $55 legging that holds its shape and construction for $150. Wears costs you 37 cents per wear. The $110 legging from a premium brand that degrades after 40 wears cost you $2.75 per wear. The fabric does not know what floor of the department store it came from. What is ranked above this barely costs more and delivers a construction level that takes your breath away the first time you flip the garment inside out and look at how it is actually built. Brand number 2, L.L.Bean. Turn this one inside out the moment you get it home. The inside tells the whole story. Their activewear uses French seam construction on the highest stress joints, the inseam, the crotch panel, the waistband attachment. A French seam encloses both raw edges inside a double fold. It is more labor-intensive to produce. It is more expensive to execute. And it lasts roughly 2 to 3 times longer than an overlocked seam before any wear shows. You will rarely see a French seam in athletic wear at this price point. You almost never see it in brands charging $30 more. Fabric weight sits at the top of the range, 310 to 340 grams per square meter on their heavier performance pieces. At that density, a squat that would show skin through a lesser legging shows nothing here. The 4-way stretch is genuine. The recovery, meaning how fast the fabric returns to its original shape after being stretched, is measurably faster than competitors at this price. The fit is generous, deliberately so. This brand sizes for actual movement, not for the fitting room mirror. A size medium here is a size medium for someone who bends, lifts, stretches, and runs, not someone who stands still in good lighting. At $65 for a legging that activewear specialists estimate will hold its construction for 150 to 200 wears, your cost per wear is 33 cents to 43 cents. Compare that to a $110 legging at 40 wears. The math is not close. The brand ranked number 1 is newer, quieter, and barely has a marketing presence, and it just matched a $100 legging at $40. Brand number 1, Quince. No stores, almost no advertising. A website, a fabric spec sheet, and a direct relationship with the same factories that supply brands charging 3 times the price. Their $40 active legging uses recycled nylon with a genuine 4-way stretch construction. The nylon content runs at 78%, elastane at 22%. That ratio is in the same range used by premium performance brands charging $100 or more. We tested this legging across a 5-mile run, a 60-minute Pilates class, and a strength training session. 0 rolling, 0 sheerness, 0 waistband migration. The reason this is possible at $40 is supply chain transparency. This brand cuts out every layer between the factory and your front door. No retailer margin, no wholesale markup, no flagship store overhead, no celebrity campaign budget. The $60 gap between this legging and a branded competitor does not represent $60 of additional quality. Specialists who audit production costs in the activewear sector put the actual material and manufacturing cost difference between a $40 and a $100 legging at roughly $6 to $12. The rest is margin and marketing. There are 2 honest limitations here. The waist ties on some styles have shown early wear. Thin cord, basic finish. If you pull them hard every session, they can fray within 6 months. And this brand does not offer high compression for heavy lifting or intense impact sport. What they offer is genuine 4-way recovery stretch with structural integrity for yoga, Pilates, running, and daily wear. For that range of use, nothing on this list comes close at this price. Cost per wear on a $40 legging at 100 wears is 40 cents. At 80 wears, being conservative, it is 50 cents. The $100 legging from the brand with the influencer campaign and the flagship store in your mall. If it lasts 40 wears, you paid $2.50 per wear. Same fiber, different factory story, completely different price. Which brand do you think was ranked too high and which too low? And which brand did we miss entirely? If there is a name you think belongs on this ranking, drop it below. And one thing to take with you, the next time you pick up any piece of clothing at any store, turn the label inside out and read the fiber content before you look at the price tag. That one habit changes how you experience every brand on this list.